about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish.
Well, hello. How are you? Nice to have you with us.
Nice to be here.
Yes, this is AJ. Introduce her, and what's the name of your beardie?
My daughter calls her Sky.
Sky, the little girl. Nice beardie. We're here today to talk with you about your new aquarium.
Yes. Right
Now,
behind
that's right. That's a new aquarium. That
Yeah.
aquarium just a few months old.
Mm-hmm.
But it was started by EJ, who is a brand new aquarist. Now, I've been around for a while, 70 years or so.
Oh.
I'm 82, and I've been doing fish since I was about 9 years old. But my attitude is that I am a beginner. That doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing, because I do know what I'm doing. And that's really what I'm here for today with AJ, is to show you what you can do very simply and very easily to make an absolutely brilliant beginning in your fish keeping hobby. And if you will follow what we're teaching, you will become a master aquarist in just in a matter of months. In point of fact, by setting up your tank using the father fish system, and EJ's tank up there is a perfect example, you will be light years ahead of everybody else who's trying and struggling and failing and spending all kinds of money and pulling all kinds of dead fish out of their tanks. None of that for you. None of it. I can teach you how to set up a tank by spending absolutely nothing, not a penny. You can set your tank up without spending a penny. You don't need any fancy equipment. You don't need any chemicals. You don't need fancy foods or expensive supplements or none of that. All you need to do to create a beautiful natural aquarium, just like DJ's, is to follow what we're teaching, and you will be successful too. EJ, why don't you talk about your experience a little bit with coming coming to a father fish system from wherever it was you began. What was it, last November?
Mid-October, just before Halloween, actually.
About 6 months ago.
Yeah, I started with a glowfish tank for my daughter. Killed every fish in it. Got really wanted to find something that was low maintenance, that essentially would more or less just take care of itself. And I did a lot of research. You would read stories online about having to battle with algae. And, people would just get so frustrated with doing the live plants because they would kill it right away unless you pay like thousands or hundreds of dollars for a CO2 system and expensive lighting. And I really wanted some of the results of that. But when I came to, as I'm diving deeper, I'm trying to find ways that doesn't involve spending money on a CO2 system, that doesn't involve spending money on lighting. I run across the deep substrate idea, and I did spend some money. Home Depot has play sand for $4 for 50 pounds. Potting soil, peat moss, all within the ingredients of this deep substrate that you had on your you had on one of your videos. And I just took that ingredient list, just like if you're baking a cake, and I followed it, and I put it, and this is exactly what I did. And I did a few different things. You know, I tried to hide the dirt part of it, but the substrate's still in there. I just had sand kind of backing it. But
Now,
it's the
how long has that been set up? When did you create that?
um about a couple months,
2 months, 3 months,
3 months.
3 months ago? Wow.
Yeah.
About uh,
There and about,
February, March.
yes.
Okay. And you've
Um,
got tremendous plant growth in there.
yes, that part I can't seem to stop.
Well, you know, that's exactly what happens because you're starting a system with all of the nutrients in place.
I have red plants. I cannot believe how red the plants are. And these are everything they've been told online that you cannot grow these red plants unless you have a CO2 system. And I do not have a CO2 system. And
No,
I do.
that's not true. You do have a CO2 system
Oh, in the substrate.
because you have a deep substrate, right? And that's precisely what that deep substrate does. It creates huge amounts of carbon dioxide, which is a fundamental life building compound.
Mm-hmm.
Without carbon dioxide, we would have no plants. So the more carbon dioxide we have in our fish tank, the better the plants grow. Here's the problem though. If you've got it in your water column, then it's going to change the pH and it just burns everything up. You have to have it down in the substrate where the roots of the plants can take it up. And that's what you've done with the deep substrate.
This has been the easiest tank to maintain out of, you know, all the other tanks I've attempted, tried. Some failed, some did okay. This has been this is the one where I really wanted to do the full deep substrate system, and it's been the easiest tank to maintain. And I do want to say that I do have some algae, but I've never had to clean it.
Right. Now,
It's in perfect balance.
I've seen you around this tank I just met EJ a couple of weeks ago, and we've become fast friends because she has taken this on. She has taken this on like a real champ, and I know she's in love with that fish tank.
I spend a lot of. I get up in the middle of the night just to watch.
That's wonderful. Well, here it is, folks. It's all yours. It's here for the taking. We have a Discord channel that has any number of people on it who provide all kinds of help, question and answers, solutions to problems, step-by-step systems for getting through this and making it happen. It is the easiest thing you can possibly do. I'm going to get a video at some point with a 3-year-old, and I'm going to have a 3-year-old set up a deep substrate tank. You watch.
Oh.
I'll do it.
Oh,
I'll
do
do it.
Do
A
it.
3-year-old can do this. It's that simple. And why is it simple? Because it is natural. And the natural way is the simplest way. It may involve doing things that people will be, oh, aghast. How terrible. You're putting dirt in your tank. Oh, no. I take dirt out of my tank. Well, then you're taking life out of your tank if that's what you're doing. And you're making it impossible. This is gardening. It's gardening. Can you garden without dirt? Sure. You can do aquaponics. You just put the dirt in the tank, put it in water. And that's what we're doing. This is aquaponics, but it's done in a way that makes it really beautiful. So
I wanted, I just I don't want to be, you don't have to be afraid of the, of organics, of bacteria, of, all these unknown parasites, fungus, all of that. I stopped being afraid of it. I just started to just let it, if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. But I don't want to, add in, well, I don't want to buy an expensive chemical to eliminate it. Let's just let it stay and see what happens.
exactly. When you walk outdoors, you are in an environment that has maxed out microscopic fauna, maxed out bacteria, fungus, all kinds of life. It's there in tremendous quantities. So, what we are recommending is that you bring that into your aquarium. Set up your aquarium just as though it were a pond out in the back field. Easy to do. Okay, so we're gonna ask you to check down below, check some of the links that we have provided, get into the Father Fish channel. There are so many resources. There are over 1,000 videos on Father Fish's channel. It'll keep you busy for a year. And a lot of it is topical. A lot of it you can search out and find. Come on over to Discord and join the conversation. You'll find us there. You'll also find us here on Friday nights with EJ and Sunday nights with Mary Paige. You got to meet Mary Paige. She's a love. So, and then we do some special programs called the Noah Project, where we talk with people who are protecting. These are citizen scientists, citizen aquarists, if you will, who are protecting species from extinction. And there are a lot of them. I have some here. You can too. Join us. It'll be delightful to work with you, talk with you, share with you, and experience your joy as you learn to develop a Father Fish natural aquarium. Thanks, EJ. Nice to have you here to talk to and to share with our new friends.
It's been wonderful. Thank you.
Bye for now.